Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News, July 12th, 2020. You know, folks, the last couple of videos that I've posted on my YouTube channel seem to, be gaining a lot of, shall we say, criticism. It has awoken the troll babies across the entire government world, and also some other YouTubers that I obviously can see that maybe are jealous that they don't have the knowledge or fortitude to show you the real truth by unmasking what NASA and the government is trying to hide. I saw a comment under my latest video from BP EarthWatch, a man who I used to respect. But when you come to my YouTube channel and you call me a fake and you say that these images are doctored and you have the original video file, well, that kind of hurt my feelings, Jesse, Mr. BP EarthWatch. Why don't you go talk to Pastor Paul Begley, one of the biggest fakes on the boob tube, your buddy, your pal. So listen, Jesse, BP EarthWatch, don't come to my YouTube channel shooting your fat mouth off, calling my images fake with no evidence whatsoever. You know, folks, I read some of these comments lately, and I find them absolutely amusing. The reason why I find them amusing is because it's very easy for somebody to shoot their mouth off in the comment section of a YouTube video or a Facebook post. You have no evidence. Oh, you talk about, everybody on YouTube is debunking these images from Planet X News. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, they aren't debunking diddly shit. And neither is Mr. Jesse BP EarthWatch, Pastor Paul Begley's best damn friend. So now I have to put BP EarthWatch in the same category as Pastor Paul Begley. Nothing more than a charlatan. You know, folks, many times over the past several years, I think going back all the way to 2017, I mentioned that I have a very good friend of mine. I actually went to high school with him, and he is a professional photographer. He has been for more than 35 years, and he has helped me out quite a bit with images and clearing them up, and also looking at images that have been sent in to me to make sure that they weren't faked or they weren't overlays or photographs inserted into other photographs like they do with UFO videos. You know, I see a lot of that crap on Facebook. But anyways, Bob's daughter, a couple of years ago, she graduated from college and training, and she is a forensic photographer. Ah, yes, she is a forensic photographer. Now, she is not the person that goes out anymore and takes photographs of crime scenes. She works for a very large law enforcement agency. Not going to mention it, so troll babies, just chill out. Anyways, about 2 years ago, when she finished some additional training for her new position at the law enforcement agency, she had mentioned to her father that, hey, Scott might be able to utilize this software that we are currently using. And they showed it to me. And we ran tests on this software, which I didn't have at the time. She had the software. And let me tell you, It was absolutely amazing. So I obtained the software. The troll babies and all the fakers on the boob tube, they don't have the software. I do. I spent the money and I went through the training, well, some of it, to learn how to use it because it is quite complex. So anyways, I'm going to give you doubters just a little taste. And this one here is for you, Mr. BP EarthWatch. You have some fucking nerve coming onto my YouTube channel calling me a fake when, again, Pastor Paul Begley is your best friend. One of the biggest scammers on YouTube and the internet. So, folks, what we have up here, this was a still shot photograph, and this is from yesterday, 7/11, and this was taken from the Seeds website, and this is also coming from the LASCO C2 chronograph. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm sorry. Let's back that up. This would be coming from the Stereo Core 2. Sorry, I apologize. Very, very tired. I've been up all night working. But anyways, let's get down to brass tacks here. What you're about to see is you're about to see how the software unmasks the interference that partially is natural, meaning when coronal mass ejections occur, the sun is spewing trillions and trillions and trillions of tons of heavily charged particles that bounce off of the detectors on these space cameras, and there is some interference. Now, I do believe, after so many years of me throwing these images back into the faces of the fly boys over there at NASA and the government, I do believe that before they allow this information to be public access information, I believe that they possibly add more interference. So you really can't see what is there. But with a trained eye, which I have over all of these years, I can see things that just don't look normal. And if I catch one of these views, well, that's when I turn to loading these images into this program. Later on, I'll reveal the program, and if all of you troll babies and all of you doubters, hey, if you have the money to waste on purchasing the software and then going through the online training to learn how to use it, because, you know, it's just not a little picture program that you can buy from your Microsoft App Store. Psh. Boy, I'll tell you the nerve of some people. You know, I've done my best to train myself. I've invested a lot of money in software and computer programs trying to unmask what NASA's hiding. And what do I get? Well, I continually get a slap in the face. You get called a liar, and you're faking these images, and you're doctoring these images. Folks, I don't doctor diddly shit. I don't have any reason to do so. Period. So, let's take a look at this current image from July 11th, yesterday. And I just happened to notice something that looked odd. So anyways, as we pull up the image, and you're looking at one still shot, and it's best to work with one still shot in these images because the way that these cameras work, is they're taking photographs, some of them, every 12 minutes, every 16 minutes, every 18 minutes, some of them every hour, half hour, some of them take a snapshot every few hours. So you're really never going to get a second-by-second video from NASA. Now, I do believe that they are able to see all of this in real time as the images and the data is, streamed back to them from the satellites. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this image. And what you see on your screen right now is nothing more than a bunch of interference. If you look very closely right here in the center, you're going to see the occulter. And that is a small disc inside of the camera housing that blocks out the intense rays of the sun. And the reason being is because that was installed before the spacecrafts were launched naturally, and that blocks out all of the intense light from the sun. That way, whenever there is a coronal mass ejection, they can see the output. Wow, that makes pretty damn good sense, doesn't it? So anyways, we're left with this crappy image that you see up here. You could see the date up there. It's kind of obscured by all these crazy pixels, but you could see 7/11. You could see the 2020. You'll get to see this more clearly. You'll see the time stamp up there and the whole 9 yards. And we're looking all around, and you could see the occulter right there. And we're looking around, looking around, looking around, looking around. We don't see anything. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what they want you to see. Nothing. So anyways, let's go over here. And we're going to take away some of that background. We're going to take away some of that noise. And let's see what we can see. Hold your breath. So we're going to go ahead and move our amplitude just a little bit. Oh, dear Lord. What do we see? Are we starting to see something? Are we starting to see something? Is it starting to appear? Oh my God, it's hocus pocus. Oh my Lord. Keep watching. Keep watching. And we're going back and we're lowering the opacity. Oh, that's a big word for some of the troll babies, isn't it? We're decreasing the opacity. But I tell you, folks, some of these troll babies, they just love to shoot their mouth off. They just love to sit there and talk shit and try to change your mind on what you're seeing. And once again, here you go. This is what NASA shows you. That's what I show you. So, Mr. BP EarthWatch, you can stick this photograph in your pipe and smoke it with Pastor Paul Begley. So, once again, folks, let's go ahead and we'll increase the opacity. And this is what NASA wants you to see. Okay? And that's what I want you to see. Okay? Now, all of you have seen how the proper software, if you can afford it, and if you take the time to get trained on how to use it. See, like I said, it's not just some dumb little Microsoft app program. And no, it is not Photoshop. These photos are not inlaid or overlaid. So let's go ahead and let's get the magnifier out here. Let's see what we can. This is a little tough the way this works. We got to try to move. There we go. So we're right over top of what is actually in that image. Now, again, I do believe that NASA adds more masking, more interference to the photographs. I mean, let's face it, folks. NASA employs a whole bunch of digital artists. I mean, that's a fact. Go to their website. Go to the NASA website and watch any of their videos. Look at any of their images. You want to talk about somebody who fakes images? Well, they are the ones who employ digital artists. Okay? Not me. But you can clearly see that the object is there. So as we move into, let me just back this up here. So you could take a completely dark black photograph, and as we start to remove that opacity, you can see the image will appear. Same thing, let's go back here, and bingo. This is what NASA wants you to see, right there. They want you to see interference. They don't want you to see what is truly there. There you go, folks. That will be your first lesson in the real truth. And this will be my last response to anybody who claims that the images are faked or they are doctored. Because listen, if that's all that you've got in your arsenal of comments, that's it. Oh, it's a fake. Oh, it's doctored. Well, listen, any freaking 2-year-old can come up with a comment like that. This is Scott from Planet X News. Thank you for watching. And, oh, by the way, folks, I will be holding this live stream, maybe early this evening sometime. And I'm going to take you directly to the website where all of you big spender troll babies, and maybe BP EarthWatch, maybe Pastor Paul Begley can lend you some of the money that he scams from all of his people online making donations. Praise Jesus. Nibiru's coming. Doomsday. Apocalypto. Maybe BP. Hey, maybe Pastor Paul can lend you the thousands and thousands of dollars that I've spent on software unmasking what is out there. Maybe he can lend you the money to buy the software. Then that way you don't have to come to my YouTube channel shooting your fat mouth off. But once again, stay tuned for the live stream. I'll be going over what this software was primarily developed for. You see, I've taken something that was developed for fighting crime, and I'm using it to fight crime against humanity. NASA hiding what is out there. So I'll show you the software. And all you troll babies, you just sit tight. Make sure you have a clean diaper on. Because whenever you're going to see all of what I'm going to show you, you're probably going to shit your pants. Once again, this is Scott from Planet X News. Thank you for watching.